life that you never lived, or probably a life that you wanted to live and you did not live. Yeah, and you wanted now to live that life, whereas they have their own path to follow. So I really agree with you on that point. I totally agree with you.
Then the parents, like in a parent, they say,
Like really, because if you don't really discover you, then what are you living for?
who are you?
Now who am I? I'm Mina. I'm Florence. What makes me Florence?
If you call it you are Florence, then you're telling me that you are your name. Are you your name?
Well, I'm not my name. But there are some certain
So
things
you
about
are not
me.
Florence.
There are some things about me that makes me.
Who are you? That's what I'm asking.
I'm very, very busy. No. Can I really answer this question? Wait. What am I?
The reality about the life is that the truth about a person cannot be described in words. Once you try to use words, you're already distorting the truth. Most times you have to experience the truth. You don't, and when you start using words to describe the truth, in most cases, you are distorting the truth. It's about experiencing. So have you experienced you? So who are you?
How would I even tell you now? I cannot tell you. Yeah, I don't know.
That's why Eckhart Tolle is trying to say, you are who you are. I am who I am. When you say I am who I am, you are distorting yourself from anything and acknowledging yourself as an entity on its own.
Yeah.
But when you say I am this, therefore you're distorting the truth, because without that thing you're still you. I am Florence. Without Florence, are you not still you?
And are you trying to tell me that open up to discover who you are?
I beg, no, let us talk.
If I'm into that mind, you really explain to me what you're doing right now.
Just keep asking yourself, the questions are within you. I just always believe that it's always about questioning yourself. All answers are within us. If you put away the answer, you will not satisfy you.
So I don't really find out for myself.
You will find out for yourself, and the answer is within you. Maybe someone will tell you.
I don't know.
You already get your answer. And once you see you don't already get your answer, that means you don't block space for your subconscious to work on it. Leave your subconscious to work on it. You don't already get your answer. Why you ask that? Because you don't be satisfied with your answer. And you see struggle, so whether if you believe the man or you don't believe him.
Yeah, he called in terms of our relationship with others. The fact that you do not agree with other people does not necessarily mean that you get angry with them. Because, and anger also, or sadness, it also brings in some negative things to us. Sickness, heart problems, and all those kind of things. So it is very important that we should be able to condition our minds not to always agree with people.
To be okay
To be okay with other people's
disagreements.
opinions. and be okay with other people's opinion and how they see things from their own perspective. Yeah, so he said that how we react to situation is not about the situation, but it's about how we have conditioned our mind.
Thank you. I love that one.
So we should be conscious of our thinking, of our thoughts. Because if you condition your mind towards a particular situation, the way your mind is conditioned towards it will determine how you're going to handle that situation.
Yeah.
And suffering is inevitable. You must come a time that you must suffer. Yeah, that's what he was saying.
The thing I'm so happy and I feel so happy. I feel it's about genuine that the fact that you do not agree with everything that is in that book.
Yeah.
It's not that you're reading critically, you're not reading blindly, you're questioning things, you're relating it with your experiences, and you're also looking at observations from things you've seen, things you already know. It's very important.
If you have in mind that you must face challenges in life, it prepares your mind that when those challenges come, it is for a particular purpose and for a period of time. Because there is no way that you can live life and you don't experience challenges. It's practically impossible. And I agree with that. Because sometimes people face challenges and they feel like, why are they facing these challenges? And also the point he said, if parents had their way, they would make sure that their children never face challenges in life or never run through problems. But that is part of their life. They have to face those challenges. And you give birth to a child, you think the child is not the child is not yours. Yeah, just there to get the child like child. How can this man say this?
It hurts, right?
It hurts really. You don't know the truth about it then. That is the gospel truth.
Once you make peace with that, you're fine. You don't get yourself attached to the title of father or mother.
Yeah.
And when your child eventually becomes independent, you don't have any problems with whoever he's associated with. Most times you have problems with whoever our child is associated with, especially their partners. It is because we are too used to that mommy stuff or that daddy stuff. So we feel like, okay, now that this child is leaving, I'm less of a father, so I need to always be coming to make sure that he keeps calling me daddy. He keeps doing what he used to do to make sure that I feel the fatherness or the motherness in him. But once we take the bitter truth here, the child you gave birth to is not your child.
They lost this that.
There's this poet, Khalil Gibran said, they came through you but not from you. That's what he said in one of his poems about children. That your children come through you, but they are not from you. So therefore, they are not yours.
That's just true.
And it hurts.
It hurts, and if you start
After you don't sacrifice a lot.
you have to start accepting that truth.
Yes.
You are just there to guide them.
You only help the child more when you know and accept that truth. Robert. Thank you so much. So what I disagree with you is that part of suffering. I disagree with you that part of suffering because what I believe is that the idea of suffering is created in our minds. What we cannot avoid is pain. We cannot live our lives without going through pain. Pain is inevitable. But suffering is a choice.
Okay.
Why? Because it's created in the mind. If you are going through pain now, let's say you are going through a painful situation or you have a wound in your hand, you're feeling the pain. It's inevitable. You cannot stop yourself from feeling that pain. But now the stories you create in your mind about how it was supposed to be and it's not is what now will lead to the suffering.
Yeah, I agree with you because he said that situations are not what cause us pain, but it's how we have seen the situation in our mind.
The creation.
Yes, what we have created in our mind. That is what causes us pain.
If you can be able to stop yourself from thinking in a particular situation, you will hardly suffer in any situation.
That's true.
Because the suffering comes where when what we want it to be is not the way
Now,
we want it to be.
let me tell you something that happened to me. It was last year. No, it was 2 years ago. Okay. I had this kind of plan in my mind that when I must have graduated, I would graduate from like let's say age 24, probably in a nice relationship. 25, you're thinking of getting married, you're having a good job, and you're having a nice family. That was what I had in mind. But at the age of 23, 24, it was like everything was a reverse.
Okay.
Yeah, except for the fact that I got my degree, but relationship-wise, everything was just a mess. No career, no job, nothing. I felt so bad. Since I was born, I've never, like, my birthday has never come like this, and I'm like a child. And it was even the worst day of my life. With my birthday 2 years ago was one of the worst day of my life. In fact, it was the worst day of my life. I reflected on the things that I wanted, that I would have loved to have accomplished at this age, and I've not even accomplished those things. And I really felt bad, and it was draining. It was draining me. But one day I said to myself, I was like, why am I killing myself like this? Life happens, things happen, and everybody have their journey, everybody have their path. When it's my turn, things will fall in place. It's not my turn yet, so I just have to keep walking. And that was how I got out of that situation. And I used to be smaller than this time because of the stress that is going on within me. Yeah.
The thoughts that
my thoughts and everything. So when I was just like, no, I cannot be suffering, putting myself under so much pressure, allowing the society to put you under pressure and all those kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, things will unfold at the right time. And try to let go of everything and allow things to just flow. It's really nice because now like this, I'm living fine.
You're living large.
Yeah. I might not have achieved everything I wanted, but at least I'm contented with the little that I've achieved or where I am today.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that if we start seeing life in that direction, then people will not be depressed, people will not be committing suicide, people will not be jealous of the achievements of others. Rather, you will celebrate them for their achievements and know that your own time is coming.
It takes us back to still the ego. Being unable to celebrate others is an unconscious thing. Why? Because the ego most times is unconscious till you get to a point where you know that okay, this act that I'm doing now is ego oriented. That you can be able to stop yourself. But if you don't know, the ego just writes you.
Then he said, I don't know if I will select the words, but let me just say it if I'm not correct me. That the ego is wise, but it's not intelligent. Or was it the ego is intelligent, but it's not wise?
It's wise.
It's wise, but it's not intelligent.
He said the ego is clever,
but it's not
intelligent. The ego is smart, but it's not intelligent. Because this is where I got the difference between smartness and intelligence, or cleverness and intelligence. Intelligence is about using what you have to do good things, to bring you peace and all that. And intelligence unites people. But what the ego does, it causes you pain. It instead helps to divide.
Yeah, and if you're using the ego to achieve something it's just for that period of time.
That moment.
For that moment. Yeah, it does not actually last.
That's true. That's true.
We made mention of businessmen and politicians using the ego.
They always tap our ego, and some of them are unconscious. The ego is using them to use us. Most of them, the ego is using them to use us.
So today I was talking with a colleague and a classmate. So he was introducing me to his supervisor, and his supervisor asked me, how are you doing? How's it going? I said, I'm fine and everything is going on well. And he was like, how can you be seeing your friend and everything is going on well? Probably this man might have an opportunity for you. I said, everything is going on well. I was like, no, but it's good to be positive. Positive thinking is good, and what you say is what will happen. And the supervisor now was like, yeah, that's true. He said for him, he's always positive, and whenever he feels negative, something negative happens. So he likes positive thinking. I was like, oh yeah, the car is at work, you know.
No, thanks. No, but this is.
You know, the power, right?
Yeah.
It has made me to see life in a different perspective and appreciate almost everything that I see, no matter how bad it is. I always try to look at the good side.
Beautiful.
Among all the books I read now, the bad bits the bad bits.
You're right.
Really, the way it has really changed my perspective about so many things. The way I see things now is very different. In every situation, I try to look at it from the positive side, not always from the negative side. And it's really helpful, especially to your health and how you relate with people around. It doesn't give some special wahala.
You're very correct. The thing is simple. It's very simple. I'm happy it's helping you because the wall of books like that. When you start reading and you get the right book, you cry why you have not gotten it earlier. You cry, say why? Where have you been all my life?
Yeah, you're like, I've been missing.
See, when I read The Power, my regret was, why did somebody not give me this thing when I was 14 years old? Let me read this book when I was 14 years old. That was my regret because I would have. There are so many things I went through that I would have just been careless about. So many things.
So many things.
There are so many things. Because the truth about this is this. The truth about this I have realized is that one, things are not happening to you; they are happening for you. That's one thing. Whether bad or good, they are happening for you. Because remember, life will give you the experiences you need to help you move to the next level. They are happening for you. Two, things just happen. It's our interpretation that makes them bad or good. The universe is just evolving. Yes, in our interpretation, it makes them bad or good.
No, I mean, you said something about sin. It's like, I'll go back and
Okay.
I didn't really get that particular conception about sin. Like he said something about sin that sin is what we term it to be, but it's not necessarily. I don't know. Can you really share that particular part and explain it to me? Because I do not understand.
I cannot remember what you. If you can.
I'll go back.
The rephrase as I will check sense. More check and see. Because as I said, life is just happening. When you read the for also, let's get the read the for now because of a particular person. No. But our interpretation now, someone would vex is reading the for. The people get angry when he's winning.
Yeah.
I said, but now the season, like the season now. Why are you angry? You let minor things like rain for disturb your normal yourself.
That's
Why some people are angry that rain is falling? Other people are happy.
Others are happy.
And the rain is just falling.
Especially farmers.
The rain is just falling. Some of the farmers are happy. Some of the rain crop the rain plenty water is still vex. And whether you vex or not, the rain will fall. The rain is just falling. The universe is just evolving. It is our interpretation of everything that causes us to suffer. Rain is just falling. I think one of the advantages of the power and even the new earth that we've read is not to take things personal because nothing is personal. Nothing is personal. Even when you're discussing with somebody, even when you get mad at somebody, it's not personal. The person is being themselves. Now when you take a person and say the person will do it because of you, you start vex, you start being angry, you start being painful, sometimes gastric start, sometimes high blood. But that person is just being himself. And the fact that you don't vex, so the person will change. It causes you pain now.
Cause you the person pain.
We just need to understand that it's just the way. For us, the artists, we know that we say every human being is an artist. Every human being is creating their lives. So you need not be disturbed by their story because every human being has his or her own story. And in their story, they are correct. In their story, they are right. But in your own story, they might not be correct. In your own story, they might be terribly wrong. But you need to respect their story. Because if you don't, that means you don't respect them. You need to respect their story. Very simple.
Try to practice. This will be a very nice day, a very beautiful day.
There are so many conflicts that will not occur.
Yeah,
so we are just so unconscious about the things that are happening around us, and we react to them. The ego, we are unconscious about our ego, and it causes us a lot of problems. Whenever you catch yourself in the act, it gets better. It gets very, very better. And how do you do that? You must be able to. And obviously, the beautiful thing about this is one of the best times you are living on this earth, because even if you cannot read, there are audiobooks. Even if you cannot listen, there are videos you can watch with subtitles. So there is no excuse.
There's no excuse really
to say that because I don't go to school,
like sometimes
I'm not reading them.
Yesterday I listened to part of the book while I wanted to sleep. I just listened to it. So it makes. And sometimes I'm working, I'm listening. It really makes it easy.
See,
because I'm not a person that cannot sit there and read. I prefer to listen to 1,000,000 pages than to reach 500 pages. When I'm listening, it's really nice. I feel like I'm conversing with the person. I feel like we are discussing and we're having a conversation. It makes things really easy.
Oh, I'm happy. You are more shake walk.
People that did not come for review today, I feel so sorry.
We're reviewing my chin today.
Mottanni, Ben has been a if you not come for review today, I used to be you.